Hey guys, so I know it's been a really long time, and I know I said I was going to keep making more videos and, just calling stuff to happen when they happen, right? And so today I feel really called to share some stuff in my life, and, I've been wanting to share more about like plant medicine, and I'm always cautious, I'm always afraid because you have to kind of navigate through that safely, and I feel safe today to share about my journey with medicine. As you guys know, I've been doing plant medicine. If you follow my channel for about 4 years now, and I have done all sorts of things: Aya, peyote, bufo, Kambo, wachuma, all sorts of beautiful things. And I feel really called to share about Kambo. I just finished my 7th round of Kambo and 3 consecutive rounds. Let's see here. So basically what Kambo is, it is frog medicine, and you scrape the back of a poisonous frog. The holes are burned into your skin, and the poison gets placed onto the holes and instantly hits your bloodstream. And first thought is like, why would anyone do this? You're crazy, you're insane, you're mental. Probably true, probably all true. But no, because I want to heal. I want to continue to heal and grow and evolve, and that's what we have to do to do all of that. We have to listen to the call, listen to the calling, and with plant medicine, you get really called to it, and the call will get louder and louder and louder and louder until you really listen, really hear it. And I think that's like the most amazing thing is like if we really quiet our minds, we can really hear our intuition speaking. Our intuition is always speaking to us. And the problem is most of us can't really hear intuition because we lack awareness, because we're so just overly stimulated by chemicals and toxins and alcohol and food and drugs and sex and video games and shopping. There's so many things, and it's like we can't even hear ourselves. And I've always had a really strong intuition, even though I used to block and numb and do all of these things to try to block it out, because I think most people do that, especially very spiritually in tune people who try to like block out that little voice, because we know we're supposed to be doing certain things, we're not supposed to be doing certain things, but then we do them anyway because that's the ego, right? The ego wants to like fight to control and win and have power when it's not in control. The universe is, your higher self is. And again, like I think I got the calling a while back to do Kambo because I started struggling with my health again. I started feeling the depression, the anxiety, the victimization feeling again, falling back into old patterns. Maybe not as bad as I was many years ago, where I would go out drinking and partying, doing drugs all night, and just numb myself, not know myself. And the more I get older, the more I grow, the more I evolve, I want to know myself more. I want to be more of myself every day. I want to live authentically. And to do that, you have to do the hard work. And, I think I've taken like a step back from the spiritual community because I am kind of tired of this spiritual ego. Everyone thinks they're walking the walk, talking the talk, but they're basically just talking. They're not walking the walk. They're talking, and they're not walking really in the path. And it's frustrating for healers, for people doing the work, for showing up. This work is not for the weak. This work is hard. This work is Kambo for me seems to be like the hardest. Everyone has different things that are harder or easier. Just like one person, I could take a sip of alcohol and I'm drunk, I'm blacked out, and someone I know could drink 20 drinks and they're fine. Everyone is affected by things so differently, right? I think that's like the beauty of the world. And I'm a very sensitive person. I look at my arm and how red and inflamed, and everyone around me was fine. Everyone around me was done throwing up well before throwing up, purging, getting well. We like to say getting well, purging long before me. And I'm like, why am I still stuck here? And I do that a lot. And I think that's one of my biggest traumas is being the sick person, being the sick child, being the victim. Poor me, why me? And I've kind of had that stuck in my brain for a while, and that's originally why I started doing medicine. I had severe anxiety and depression. My health was failing on all levels. A lot of my anxiety and depression comes from my health. I was diagnosed with arthritis last year at 32 years old. I struggle with chronic fatigue. I struggle with symptoms of various diseases like Epstein-Barr and Lyme disease. I have every symptom of those. So I've kind of had to diagnose myself, and it's like I spent years going to doctors to be told I'm crazy and all my labs are normal. And I know I'm not alone in this, and you go home every day and you don't feel normal. You don't feel good. You know something is off. You know your body better than anybody knows your body. A doctor that's met you for 10 minutes doesn't know shit about you. So you kind of have to become your own doctor, and that's where my medicine journey began. Like, I was tired of the doctors and medications and just nothing working. And that's when I began doing holistic medicine. I started doing Reiki for myself, which eventually now I'm a Reiki master and teacher. I'm a channel. I fell in love with that practice. I fell in love with plant medicine. It saved my life. It's why I talk about it. It's why I stress it. If you are looking to really get to the root cause of your illnesses, any energy healer, any shaman's gonna tell you the same thing. It's all in here, and it's all in here. It's all trauma, stress, things that have gone on, our own mind. Could be ancestral trauma, could be past life trauma. That's what it is. And I've fallen back into a lot of my old ways recently, and I've been bullying myself for it. I've been demonizing myself. Why are you feeling depression? Why are you feeling anxiety? Why are you feeling suicidal at times? And I've struggled with that. And I think it's when my health starts to fail, I get really in my victim. I get really like, poor me, why me? I just want to give up. I'm over it. I'm done. I'm done struggling. I'm done waking up tired, going to bed tired, eating healthy, doing all the right things, working out, meditating, doing all these things, living this active, healthy life, and still not feeling well. So that's really frustrating too. And I know a lot of people struggle with that, which again, it's a combination of genetics and mental, emotional trauma and stress. And that's something that I have to relearn over and over and over again, that we are our own root of suffering. We really are. Attachment is the root of all suffering, right? But like, we're our own reason for our own happiness or suffering. And it's usually like expectations of situations of what we want from people, what we want for ourselves, that literally kill us. So yeah, that being said, I've suffered even as a healer and as a guide, and this person, this YouTuber, this Reiki master, this person that helps people now. I still struggle. Like, we all still struggle. It's okay to fall back. It's okay to need help. It's okay to, like, I've been in my money story. I've been in when is it gonna get better? When is anything, I feel like I'm on a wheel, like a hamster wheel, even though I've progressed. But that's like the ego, right? That's like I want more. I can't be happy in the now until I get more. And that's exactly why I go to do medicine, to remember, to be here now, be with the experience now, and know that nothing lasts. I think that's the saddest truth, is that nothing lasts. So the good times, the love, the sex, the joy, the yummy food, the feelings, those don't last, but neither do the pain and the trauma and the suffering, the crying and the sickness. It's us. It's choosing every day to wake up and choosing the life that you want to live. And I know that's hard and could be triggering for people. It's like, well, I don't want to have money problems, and I don't want to be fighting with my partner, and I don't want to be sad, and I don't want to be unhealthy, and I don't, and I have all that too. I have it all. I literally feel the pain of the world sometimes. I've been told I'm the most sensitive person that people have ever met. And it's true, I really am. I'm sensitive. You pinch me, you touch me, I bruise. I have skin issues all the time. I am just extremely sensitive. Anything can make me cry. I cry all the time. And it's beautiful. It's a blessing and a curse, I guess. And it's something that I was blessed with. That's my human experience here that I'm supposed to have, is to be very sensitive. And the past few months I've had to go inward again. I haven't been wanting to hang out with friends. I've been very to myself. I've been very in that old victim mentality mode, and it's not somewhere I like to be. I don't like burdening people with my problems, my illness, with anything. And I think most people are like this. It's like why we're so like, everyone's closed off. We don't want to be judged. We don't want to overshare. Everything we share gets used against us. So it's hard to be vulnerable, like in this 3D human experience. And I think that's why people go to ceremony. You get to sit with your brothers and sisters in like the most vulnerable state you've ever been in, crying, going to the bathroom, throwing up, shaking, convulsing, like literally getting out all of your trauma in your life. And it's such a beautiful thing to share with people. And like, I'm always so grateful for medicine, even though it's not easy. This was a very hard round for me. This was, like I said, this was the 7th time I've done it. It was very hard. The first round was very difficult. I was very, very sick going into the ceremony. I really wanted to give up and die. It's not easy work. And people think it's weird or crazy, but I think it's weirder or crazier to stay stuck and stagnant and keep going to the doctors and taking the medications and keep putting a Band-Aid, slapping a Band-Aid over something that like you're never really gonna heal unless you get to the root cause. And it's a process. Healing is a process. I've been doing this work for years. And that's why I'm like, when is it over? When is it gonna be done? When am I gonna be healed already? When am I gonna be in love and traveling the world and doing everything I wanna do and financially free? And it's when you're in alignment. It's when you're in alignment and you stop focusing so much on those things and you listen to your inner voice and you allow all of that chatter to just quiet and listen to your intuition. And me being a Capricorn, I'm like a go-getter, I'm a hustler. I want it all, I want it now. I just feel like a lot of times I'm not happy in the now, and I'm trying to be aware of that more because I am a very aware person. Or I like to think I'm a very self-aware person. But yeah, this medicine is so powerful and beautiful. What it does, it is supposed to directly hit your bloodstream and go to wherever you have illness in your body. Anything. I have met people in ceremony that have had cancer, that have had herpes, that have had arthritis, broken bones, acne, and trauma, anxiety, you name it. I have seen it, and if I haven't personally experienced it, it helps. I have severe arthritis in my left foot, and since doing the 3 rounds, my foot feels incredible. I've been able to wear heels, I've been able to walk without it hurting. I've noticed my skin clearing up. I struggle with acne. My skin is starting to clear up. I feel more energized. I didn't have any energy. I feel more energetic. I feel happier. Like I said, I've been struggling with a little anxiety and depression again. I think mine comes in waves. Like I said, mine, overall I'm a very happy person, but that doesn't mean I don't struggle. I struggle with my periods, with my moon, with all of these things, my gut. I have problems with my gut. I'm always inflamed and bloated and all of these things. And, like I said, you get that call to do it, and it's really powerful. And as I'm purging, I'm just kind of chanting and talking to myself and just thanking God, thanking myself, and knowing that I got here for a reason. We intake toxins and chemicals every day. Every person we meet, we talk to, we touch, we get energy on us all the time. And sometimes it's not good energy. People are walking around with bad energy and we get that on us, and it's unfortunate, but that is the reality. Unless you live in a bubble, you go out into the world and you get sick, you get illness. And how do we heal from that? How do you get rid of that? People don't really do that. Oh, so I meditate, and I go to yoga, and but it's more than that. It's more, especially like, I'm not saying this is for everyone, but there's so many people that are suffering and they're taking the meds every day, and they're stressed and they're anxious and they're just feeling like it's never gonna end. They're feeling like things are never gonna get better, and it just works on such an energetic level. The medicine knows where to go to help you purge so you can live this happy and healthy life, so you can wake up to what's really true. And we are here for a purpose, we are here for a reason. And yes, of course, part of that reason is to enjoy life, right? Like enjoy the juicy, like, deliciousness of life. But we are supposed to learn lessons. We are supposed to get hurt. We are supposed to go through pain. Everybody has different traumas and different karmic cycles and bonds they're supposed to be breaking. I really do believe that. We made soul contracts before coming here to this earth on what we wanted to work out in this lifetime. And I've been hearing a lot that, you know, apparently what you've done in other lifetimes, your karma is you get that done to you in this lifetime. And that's also really hard to hear, because I don't think I have an easy life at all. Mind you, I'm not sure what it looks like on social media, but social media is bullshit. I feel like I'm kind of like Murphy's Law, like anything that can go wrong will, and that's awful that I think that about myself, but I'm like, wow, what did I do in a past life to deserve this, and this? I feel like a lot of things are harder for me, and maybe that's just me manifesting that, maybe that's just my journey, but I have to accept it. We have to accept things and stop fighting things so much. I've come to realize I don't want to fight anymore. I don't want to fight the universe. If something is meant for me, great. If something is not meant for me, take it. And that's just like my recurring is just let it go, surrender, trust. Because the more we try to fight something, the more that it runs. The more that we try to chase something, the more that it runs. So, yeah, I think it's hard in this life, you know, living in a beautiful city and being so surrounded by money and cars and riches and fame and fortune. We kind of get caught up in that. And I've gone back and forth. There, you know, I sold all my purses and beautiful things and stopped doing Botox and stopped doing all this stuff, and then trickles back. And it's hard to not get caught up in that when you're so surrounded. Especially for me, I feel like I do have kind of two alter egos, where I have the modeling, the singing, the dancer, all of this performance side of me, which is how people know me. And then there's this part of me, the medicine woman, the teacher, the healer, the spirit guide, the Reiki master, the channel. And like, they're both the same person. It's both me. It's both different aspects of me. But it's hard because I have to play back and forth with who am I really? Who am I really? Like, who are we really, right? And I think that's what medicine does. It really shows us who we really are. When you strip down all of the layers. And I still struggle with not being all dolled up and made up, and I want to look perfect everywhere I go. I still struggle. I still bully myself and beat myself up, no matter how many times I've done medicine. You know, we're human. We're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna mess up. We're gonna fall back into patterns. It's just not staying there. And yeah, I think Kambo is such a beautiful medicine to really clean out, clear, give you clarity. Like I said, it's intense. It's hard. It's being sick is not a good feeling. Being nauseous is probably like the worst feeling in the world. Being nauseous on top of having to go to the bathroom, sweating, you swell like a frog, your lips get all big, like it's intense. But coming out on the other side, how you feel is just amazing. And yeah, I think if anybody wants to learn more, even more depth and detail about plant medicine and where you can do it, how you can do it safely, because safety is really important. It's really important to sit with a good shaman and feel protected and supported. And there are so many shamans and fake ceremonies popping up, unfortunately, because this is becoming so mainstream now and so widespread, and people are catching on, which is beautiful. People are catching on that this works. There's something to this. This isn't just woo-woo weird stuff, right? Why are so many people talking about it and going to it? But you know, it's like almost getting trendy. But, and I hope people go for the right reasons. I hope people go to really heal, to really find who they are, to want to be a better person, to want to understand where their pain and their trauma and their suffering comes from, and maybe be more compassionate with other human beings, because I think that's what it's about, is just compassion. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. A little bit about Kambo. Like I said, beautiful medicine. Don't worry, I'm not a frog. I'm okay now. All the poison's out. These are my battle wounds. I say they're my warrior wounds. I used to hate them, and now I like absolutely love them. because I just feel so strong and powerful when I'm going through it. And that's all I chant to myself. You're a warrior, you're powerful. Live this life for you. Stop letting everything bog you down, box you in. Just live. Live and be happy. Follow your calling, follow your passions. You're gonna lose people along the way. New people will pop in, and everything is gonna happen the way that it's supposed to. Just know that. When something is removed from your life, it's because it was supposed to be. It's because something better is coming, or it's because someone has to go and take a different journey, take a different path. Like, I get really attached because I love really intensely. I love really hard, and I'm sad a lot because I don't know. I'm very empathic. I feel pain a lot deeper than people. And when people yell at me, or like when I'm fighting with a friend, or like fighting with a family member, or like I see a sick dog or something, I could literally cry for days. I put on a song that's sad and I'm like, cry. So I just feel things deeply, and again, it's beautiful, and it's just one of the gifts that I was given in this body, and yeah, it allows me to feel more connected to other people and feel the pain of other people. And I think we're just all trying to be understood, right? We're in this world, and we're just trying to do the best we can and be understood. So I think it's important to be understanding. Do the best you can for you. Stop judging. Stop looking at every person like they're your enemy, like they're out to hurt you and get you. Like, there's no reason to judge anybody. We're all on this journey together, and we can help each other. We really can. It's by sharing this knowledge with people, especially something that's literally saved my life. Medicine has saved my life over and over and over again. I have to share it with the world, and I will continue to share it. I love you guys, and yeah, I'm hoping to get back into making videos that you guys really want to see, and I appreciate you all so much. Love you guys. Have an amazing, blessed day, and yeah, follow the inner voice.